advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Cook, running right through him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Chiefs 3. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be... Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And that's caught inside the 35. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Cook following the penalty. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 14. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He'll dump this off to Cook. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Still 9 remaining on second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Packers.
Go to work, y'all.
O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Packers 21, Chiefs 3. Mason Crosby, kickoff for Green Bay.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Good job. That was a great pick. Good job.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They run once more with Dillon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Dillon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They go play fake. Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Cook. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And Crosby puts it through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Single on the slot. Single on the slot. 15 mine.
From the 29, Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 7. 43.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. But he has been a workhorse. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play.